Assalamu alaikum class, how are you all? I hope you are fine. This is your science lesson and today we will have a very colorful activity for you. But before that we will discuss about the date and the day. Yes class, what's the date today? Yes, Ramin, will you tell me what's the date today? Okay, very good. Today is 14th of November 2024 and in Urdu we say 14 November 2024, 14 November 2024 and according to Islamic calendar we have 11 Jamadul Awal 1446 Hijri and today the day is Thursday, and in Urdu we say Jumerat, and in Arabic we say Yomul Khamis. Look outside class, and you can see sun outside in the sky, and today is bright and sunny. That is all from date and day. Now we will move to the recap of the previous lesson, and then we will move to the main activity. So let's start. Class, now we will start today's recap and I will write down some questions and what you have to do, you have to answer them. Okay, I'm writing question number one. Yes, Abdullah Rizwan, you will read the question number one. Yes, the question is what is pulling? What is pulling? Very good. And what is the answer? Pulling is to drag or to move something towards you. Very good. The pulling is to move something towards you. Okay, I'm writing the answer. Pulling is pulling is to move something towards you. You are moving something or you're dragging something towards you, so that is pulling. Okay, question number two. Yes, Jasim. You will read the question number two. What is pushing? What is pushing? Okay, what is pushing? Pushing is to move something away from you. When we drag or when we move something away from us, that is pushing. Very good. So I am writing the answer. Pushing is to move something away from you. Okay, pushing and pulling both are forces. As I've told you before, their direction is changed. Their direction is always changed. Pushing will be in the opposite direction and pulling or is always in your direction. You pull something, you have to move something towards you. Okay? Okay. I'm writing question number three. What force? What force keeps us on the ground? What force keeps us on the ground? Yes. What force keeps us on the ground? कौन सी ऐसी फोर्स है ज़मीन के अंदर जो हमें ज़मीन के ऊपर खड़ा रहने में मदद देती है? That is the force of. Yes, who will tell me? Huren, will you tell me? Very good. That is the force of gravity, force of attraction that we have in the ground. It helps us to keep us on the ground. Okay, I'm writing answer. The force of gravity keeps us on the ground. Okay, class. What is pulling? What is pushing? What force keeps us on the ground? Okay, now I'm writing question number 4. Okay, Namal, question number 4. How can we how can we move things? Yes. How can we move things? Yes, Namal. By applying force. Very good. When we apply force, we can move anything. By applying force, we can move things. Okay, class. That is today's recap in which I have asked you 4 questions. What is pulling? What is pushing? What force keeps us on the ground? And question number 4 is how can we move things? And the answer of this question is by applying force, we can move things. As I have given you many examples, like if I have to move my hand, I have to apply force. If I have to write anything down on the board or on in the notebook, what I have to do, I have to use force. Like I am using force, so I am dragging this pen on the board. Okay, now we will start today's main activity. So let's start. Okay, class, it's page number 38 of your science book. And what can we see? How far can you go? कितनी दूर हम जा सकते हैं? कितनी दूर आप जा सकते हैं? Your challenge to guess what will happen, to measure carefully, to share what you found. What we have to do to guess what will happen. सबसे पहले हमने क्या गेस करना है कि क्या होगा. टू मेजर केयरफुली, आपने ध्यान से जो है हर चीज़ को नापना है, मापना है, ठीक है. टू शेयर व्हाट यू फाउंड, और आपने उसके बाद शेयर करना है कि आपने क्या देखा, ठीक है. What to do? Abdul and Safia test different ways of pushing their cars. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to push our cars. They push some hard, they push some gently. कुछ कार्स को हमने बहुत मतलब कि जिसे कहते हैं सख्ती के साथ, या हम ये कह सकते हैं कि काफ़ी ज़ोर लगा के हमने उनको पुश करना है, और कुछ को हमने क्या करना है, बिल्कुल नरमी, यानी हाथ नरम रख के हमने हल्का उनको पुश करके देखना है, ठीक है. Whose car goes furthest? Why? What you need? What you need? Some toy cars, ruler और tape measure. अब आपने क्या करना है, इस रूलर की मदद से या टेप मेजर की मदद से आपने जो है वो डिस्टेंस को जो है वो मेजर करना होगा, ठीक है, कि कितना डिस्टेंस जो है वो आपकी कार्स ने जो है वो कवर किया है, ठीक है. Here two people are talking. What are you doing differently to me? Why does your car keep going further than mine? Um, the boy is asking the girl, your cars are going further than mine. The girl is then saying, I'm just pushing it like this. I don't know. What are they doing? They are pushing the cars, and the boy is asking the girl, like, your cars are covering a great distance or a large distance than mine. So here are, you can see pictures of some toy cars. Okay, now try it yourself. What you have to check, guess how far your car will travel with a small push. What you have to do, you have to push your car gently, and then you will measure the difference, like how much distance it is being traveled by your car. Were you right? Give it a bigger push. इसको थोड़ा सा आपने क्या करना है, फिर थोड़ा सा हार्डली पुश करके देखना है, एंड देन यू विल सी कि इफ द कार इज मूविंग a greater distance than the smaller push or not. Then an even bigger push. then you have to push it with a great force. Then you will see what will happen. Firstly, you have to push it gently. Then you have to apply a small, like you can say a big force, but not that big. But in the last, you will use a bigger push, bigger than the second one. Okay, then you will see what will happen. Okay, class, come on the page number 39, and here you can see there is a chart given to you. And in this chart, what did you find? You have to write what did you find. Abdul and Safia found these results. अब उन्होंने क्या करके देखा है, दे हैव पुश द कार्स एंड दे हैव अ रूलर इन देयर हैंड एंड दे आर गोइंग टू measure the distance with the help of this ruler. Okay, push size, distance car went small, 15 footsteps, medium, this is the push size, like with how much force they have pushed the cars. Like if I am using a small push और मैंने थोड़ी सी एफर्ट के साथ कार को पुश किया है तो उसने कितना डिस्टेंस कवर किया है. फिर उन्होंने थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा उसके ऊपर जो है वो फोर्स अप्लाई की है और देखा है कि जो है अगर थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा उसको धक्का लगाया जाए तो कहाँ तक जो है वो कार गई, कहाँ तक गाड़ी पहुँची. ठीक है, उसको उन्होंने लिखा है जी 25 फुट स्टेप्स, यानी कि आपके कदम जो है वो 25 कदमों की दूरी पर जो है वो आपकी मीडियम पुश के ऊपर वो कार पहुंची. फिर उसके बाद आके जी आपकी अगर लार्ज फोर्स है, अगर आपने उसके ऊपर थोड़ी सी लार्ज फोर्स लगाई है ग्रेटर देन द मीडियम वन, तो वो 30 फुट स्टेप के ऊपर जो है वो पहुंची है, यानी 30 कदमों तक वो पहुंची है. ठीक है, और उसके बाद जो अगर बहुत ही बड़ी अगर हम लोगों ने कोई फोर्स लगा दी है तो वो कहाँ तक जाएगी जी, 50 फुट स्टेप को कवर कर लेगी डिस्टेंस. ठीक है, ये सिर्फ डिस्टेंस है जो हम लोगों ने देखना है कि अगर हम थोड़ी सी पुश लगाएंगे तो कितना डिस्टेंस कवर होएगा, और अगर हम लोग थोड़ी ज़्यादा पुश लगाएंगे या हम थोड़ी ज़्यादा एफर्ट के साथ या फोर्स के साथ पुशिंग करेंगे तो कहाँ तक कार जाएगी. ठीक है, लिखा हुआ है जी विच पुश मेड द कार गो फर्दस्ट. अच्छा जी, what should Abdul do to make his car keep up with Safia's? The Safia's car you can see is covering more distance than the Abdul's car. Then what do you suggest, like what Abdul will do if he has to uh, keep up with Safia's car? Yes, he also has to push the cars with a little more force. If he will apply more force, then his car will move some more distance. Okay, as well as footsteps, they also measured how far the car went with a ruler. Okay, then they have measured the small distances with the ruler, with the help of a ruler, and the large distances with the help of their footsteps. Okay, class. Okay, here is, did you know the dung beetle can push over 1,000 times its own weight? Here you can see a big ball of grass or sand or something. Mixed together, but the dung beetle is pushing that ball with its legs, you can see, and they have told us like the dung beetle can push over 1,000 times its own weight. Okay, class, you can see here are four cars in front of me, and what I have to do, I have to apply force on them, and then I will measure the difference of their distance being traveled by them. Okay, the first car you can see is the red one, the second is yellow, the third car is green, black one, and the fourth is gray one. Okay, what we have to do, we have to push the cars, like first car is being pushed gently, then I will apply bigger force than the first one, then I will apply a large force on the third car, and a very large force on the fourth car. Okay, the line that is being drawn, from this line we will measure the distance being traveled by the cars. Okay, the first car, I am going to push this car gently. Okay, how much distance is being traveled by this car is being from, you can see here is the zero of the scale, and you can see it has traveled to the 10th of the scale, 10th number. So we can easily say like it has traveled 10 meters with a small push. With a small push, it has traveled 10 meters. So I will write it down. Okay, now what I will do, I will apply a medium force on this black car and we'll see how far this car will go. Okay, class? Okay, now I will measure the difference with the help of my feet. So let me stand. That is my first feet. That is the second, and that is the third one. So we can say it has covered 3 footsteps. Like I will write it down like 3 footsteps. The car has covered a distance of when I applied a medium force on it. Okay, class. 3 footsteps with the medium force. Okay, I have written it down. Okay, now we'll see when I applied a large force, how far this car will go. And I will apply a large force. Yes, it has gone very far. Okay, class? The first you can see, and then first is the small force, then a medium force, and you can see the effect of the larger force. Okay, class? Okay, now I will find the distance with the help of my feet. Class, I will start from this line. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and this is my sixth footstep. Okay, so I will write it down like uh, with the large force, the car has covered a distance of 6 footsteps. Okay, now there is one car left, and we have to apply a very large force on that. Class, it is the last card, the gray one, and what we have to see or what we have to look, um, we have to apply a very large force on that car, and we will see how far the car will go with the help of our footsteps. Okay, now I'm pushing it very hard. Okay, that is very far. Class, now you can see with a larger push, the smallest car has gone to a very long distance. So now what we have to do, we have to measure this distance with the help of our footsteps. Like I am taking my footstep, the first footstep, and now I will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Here are 8 footsteps when I applied a larger. Okay, class, now you can see like the smallest car and the car which we gave a larger push has covered a long distance. You can see the black car which we gave a small push, then a medium one, then a large, and the very large force when we applied on the smallest car, it has moved a long distance. Now I will measure the distance and then I will write it down on the board. Okay, class? Okay, now I am starting to count my footsteps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it has uh, traveled a distance of 7 footsteps. Okay, class? Okay, class, here you can see the results like push sizes and the distance car went. When I pushed a car with a small force, it moves to a distance 10 meters. When I push the car with a medium force, it has moved a distance of 3 footsteps. And when a large force is being applied on the car, it has moved a distance of 6 footsteps. And when a very large force is being applied on the car, it has moved to a 7 foot steps. Okay, class. That is all from the activity which we have done. Okay, now I'm going to write a question, and what you have to do, you have to note it down in your notebooks, and then you will note the homework as well. Class, note down your homework. Science unit number 4, page number 38. Do the activity of pushing of cars and measure the distance. What you have to do, you have to do the activity, the same activity which I have done in the classroom. And you will do that at your homes, and you will measure the distance and note it down in your notebooks. Okay, class, that is all from today's lesson. We will meet inshallah tomorrow. Till then, Allah Hafiz.